Are we starting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
Or the intro.
In the words of a wise man, they really be like, he visualized his personal experience as a kid with ADHD and medication for it. Disgusting. Drugs. Hey, yo. Turn that shit up, Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's my intro.
It wasn't the line you rehearsed.
Welcome back to Staring at the Ceiling.
That's the line they needed.
It's been a hot minute. Great intro. Thank you, Mitchell.
You're welcome.
All right. As always, we got the people back. My name is Noah. We also have Brian, Jay, and Mitchell with the beautiful intro. I don't even know what episode this is. We did a few episodes. This is what, like episode.
This is the reboot. This is the reboot. We're gonna call it the reboot.
Oh yeah, this is the reboot because it's been like a solid year.
How many have we done that haven't been uploaded?
Many.
I was never a part of ones that weren't uploaded.
There's at least one. At least one, I know.
Oh no.
That's rough. But let's just talk about the
channel. By the way,
let's talk about the fact that Mitchell would not record this episode. It was forced upon me.
What the fuck?
Forced upon? Oh, that's a whole other story.
What the fuck? No, we're not about to rewrite fucking history.
No. See what happened, right? Was Mitchell was like, I don't want to fucking do it because it's just too much work. Me and my benevolent.
Mitchell was about to do it.
Me and my benevolent.
I asked if anyone was going to record, and nobody volunteers. I started, okay? I haven't used OBS in a minute, okay? I'm not making videos like everybody else here, okay? Everybody else here, they're doing streaming, okay? They're making videos. They got their setups ready, okay? And I asked, and then nobody said jack shit. So I volunteered, and then I didn't know how to work it. So then Noah had to take over, okay? So
that's rough, buddy.
Why don't we explain what took so long, or I can
literally nothing.
We're all fucking busy. I think that's the main point, dude.
Yeah, I think
our schedules are so different. Let's talk about this, right?
I think we're all stupid and we're all busy. That's the two things.
Mitchell and Brian are still in college. Like they're finishing up their college.
I am not in college.
That's right. You're not. You graduated.
Brian graduated in December.
I forgot who graduated. So Brian is still in college. Mitchell, fuck knows what Mitchell's doing. Jay works like an actual human job. And I am either streaming in the mornings or I'm busy at night, so I'm rarely free to do this shit.
Yeah, so we stopped because it was like, at that time, I was about to graduate, and it was just like hell on everybody in that semester. I'm pretty sure. I think Noah was graduating around the same time I did.
Us three, we all graduated at the same time, and it sucked.
Yeah, like it was like one after another, and it was just a bunch of work. Like I was job hunting along with all the work in your project. Noah had to do something big, his project. Mitchell had to do something big, his project. Ryan do something big, her project. It was just like a bunch of. I couldn't even. I mean, I barely even uploaded. And then we just kind of like stopped doing it, and we would say, "Hey, we should record an episode." Everybody be like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then nobody would like. We come in here, we wouldn't record an episode. We just forgot about it or something. And then 5 months later, it'd be like, damn, that was 5 months ago. We should record an episode. And then everybody like, yeah, let's do it. And then nobody did it. And then realized it had been 8 months. Like, we should record an episode. God damn.
In this Discord, there are so many fucking, like, chats, like, messages that are literally just replies to, like, previous, we should bring this back, guys. And it's just, this was 8 months ago.
No, I was gonna say that just reminds me of like the Minecraft shit because we used to play Minecraft together a lot.
We have
a chat
about 3 fucking months of a Minecraft server. And guess what? Nobody's hopped on that shit. That's a little bit odd. Don't you fucking think? That's a little bit curious. I don't know why I even fucking bother. I don't even know why I bother to invest in these servers.
So every time,
What?
Yeah, so every time Mitchell or buys a bind, he always buys it at a really bad time, or we get into it at a really bad time, where we play for like a week.
Hold up. Let's work on that phrasing real quick. Every time's a fucking bad time, okay? Because any time we fucking buy this shit, it's not used. I've had this shit for year round before, and it's not been used.
No, the great thing, I just love going into the Minecraft server chat and you see like 3 months ago, hey, we should get back into this. Or it's like 6 months ago, we should get back into this. 4 months ago, man, we should really get back into this. And that's like most of the messages.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Hold on. You know, I'm gonna fix that. Hold on. I'm gonna add a new one.
You're gonna fuck you. Okay. It's like, the thing is with this group specifically, we all play different types of games, so rarely do we play multiplayer games. Minecraft is like, I think, the only one we can all play together.
It's our oasis.
That we're all interested in. Because fucking Mitchell over here isn't interested in jack shit.
I'm interested.
But hey,
Mitchell plays Jackbox.
I have tried to get interested in Mitchell's hobbies, as I have gotten into the Soul series. I'm just saying, look, I'm kind of based like that. Can we talk about that for a minute?
It'll take you fucking 10 years.
I've recently started streaming all of the Souls games, and I've beaten Demon Souls and I've beaten Dark Souls, and I'm like 15 hours into Dark Souls 2. And I'm gonna put it out here right now, man. Dark Souls 2 really does fucking suck.
You got a lot more to go.
How much more of that game? Like, good God.
You got a good chunk to go. You got a pretty big chunk.
I'm going to say this right now. Difficulty, overhyped. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
But like, Demon Souls, I was like, is this really hard? Like, what's
They're
happening?
easy when you understand what to do.
Pretty much.
They're easy when you're not like a baby who can't understand how to dodge.
Those difficult, well, I mean.
It's just that
I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Oh no!
Big trouble, and I do not want to be in big trouble.
No, speak. This is what it's for.
Yeah, no, speak, brother, speak.
The difficulty progressively does ramp up as the series goes on. Dark Souls 2 is a ramp up. Dark Souls 1, not a good ramp up, but it's a ramp up. And then Dark Souls 3 is a ramp up.
Let's not fucking sugarcoat it. Dark Souls 1 is not a ramp up until you get to the DLC and the final boss, and then the game decides to kick you in the nuts.
It's a ramp up from Demon Souls, I'd say, in terms of the bosses at the very least.
Okay,
most bosses of Demon Souls are given.
I didn't really struggle with most of them, but then like
those DLC bosses had you like fucking life.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But like when you go to the part where you have to fight like the 4 whatever they're called, like the 4 main. Yeah, the 4 kings near the end.
You mean the 4 Lord Souls.
The 4 Lord Souls. Those bosses are either annoying in the case of like the fucking giant bed of chaos, or they're actually somewhat difficult. But then you get to the fucking DLC and the final boss, and then they just kind of like turn the nod just a little too high. The
DLC is where they always ramp up the difficulty.
The DLC is where FromSoft was smoking crack.
They're not. They
thought, hey, want to see this shit? If you think
they were smoking crack there, they were not smoking crack. You got to get to the Dark Souls 2 DLC if you want to see what real crack is.
I don't even know if I want to do the DLC for that game. I think I'm traumatized.
You're gonna have to.
Fucking and then, crazy.
Yeah, they always ramp up difficulty in DLC. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 is a ramp up. Bloodborne's a ramp up. Sekiro, it's in a weird place. And then there's Elden Ring, which is a fucking ramp up. So
Elden Ring looks like a whole different thing. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for that.
You got your work cut out for you.
Sekiro can be pretty challenging. I think it's just that these games are easy to fall out of. Like you can't like just play like one section and just go to something else. You gotta just kind of finish it. If you don't finish it,
it's very dependent on you like playing it like consistently. I think.
Yeah. If you don't finish it, you're gonna come back and then you're gonna have to relearn everything and die.
Sekiro is like a rhythm game where you need to constantly practice the rhythm and shit, because like the best way to describe its combat is literally just a fucking.
So it's got a very limited range of shit that you need to learn, but like once you've got it down, and like you can like you just got it down, it's pretty fucking. It gets really easy, really easy.
A lot of the combat mechanics in that game literally boil down to fucking parry deflect counter, basically.
Yeah, I haven't really had a problem with any of these games like in the fights. I mean, some fights will annoy the shit out of me, but like most of them are fine. The main thing that annoys me about these games is just like how bad some of the mechanics are. Like for one, Hate the dodge roll. I hate how the dodge roll works, especially in 2. 2's they made it way too overcomplicated.
2's is bad.
Just in general, I hate the weight system in general. Hate it because they give you all these cool armors and weapons, and they're like, "Oh, but your weight's too much, so your roll shit. Take off all your clothes."
Just level up your endurance, Noah.
No, but the thing is, what gets you about that is then you have all these boss weapons, these really cool looking boss weapons that you, especially in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1, where you have to get all the materials and stuff. 2's a little different because you can get them straight from the person. But in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, you spend all these materials and all these souls to get these weapons, and then it's like, you need 30 strength over here and 20 faith. What? You weren't working on a faith build? Well, fuck you. And
well,
it's like,
I mean, like, that's kind of
the game and do a different.
Yeah, it's kind of like what different builds are for.
Yeah,
we haven't like sat down and talked about it really, but you kind of have to like make a build. You kind of just been doing like
I do whatever I want. But the thing is,
it's kind of made more so for you to do like a build. Like I'm going to do a magic build.
I would like to know what build I'm going for. Like I wanted to try the Moonlight Butterfly sword from Demon Souls because it looks cool. I love the color. Didn't know that it was a fucking magic sword until I got to it at the end of the game. Like,
well, I mean, this is how it be. It's why you
I don't look things up, man. I don't want to have to figure this shit out.
That's what multiple playthroughs are for, though.
That's
called
lame,
replayability. It's replayability.
Look, I'm a one-trick pony, man. I go in, I beat it, I'm done for now, man.
That's boring. You got to go back in. You got to, you got to do another build. Test stuff out. You feel me? That's just how it be.
I don't really ever feel incentivized to do a magic build though. Like magic is just kind of like it's cool, but it's also boring. Like when I go into a Souls game, I'm like, man, these sword and hammers and stuff are pretty dope. The magic kind of lame. Like I always.
To be fair, you've done like one magic build, Demon Souls, which is like
I did a half strength, half magic. I did not do a magic build in that. Yeah, no, it's like magic. I'm never really incentivized. Like it's cool to stay away from the bosses and shoot them with magic, but it's like. I feel like I just want to do a strength build every time because the weapons are cool. I want to do the weapons.
Well, I mean, the magic builds can still use weapons. It's just like you gotta use magic weapons. Basically, it depends on what kind of build you're going for. It is pretty bare bones. Magic is typically pretty bare bones in the games. A lot of it is just fucking stand back and fucking just spam magic missile at the boss, but it depends. Like an Elden Ring is kind of it can be a little bit more difficult.
Oh, that should look chaotic in Elden Ring.
Mainly because of the input reading, but that's another fucking story.
That just reminded me. Can we talk about Dark Souls 2 and how shitty the tracking is on the enemies? Oh my god.
A lot of the shit they pull in Dark Souls 2 is just kind of to make shit harder for the sake of it being harder.
The enemy, I will literally have an enemy that is like targeting me. I roll behind him and he just like turns around.
Yeah,
what?
It was an aggressive response to like being able to backstab fish in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. So they just made enemies just track disgustingly.
So
at least in like Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring, they like hide it by having the enemies actually fucking animate when they do track. So like it's fucking and like have like actual animations to counter it instead of just fucking spinning in place.
Also, is Dark Souls 2 where they really just started their fetish for like multiple bosses in the same room? Because I've fought like 2 or 3 bosses at this point that have been like more than one at the same time. And I'm like, bruh, one is hard enough.
That was a big complaint with Dark Souls 2 is the multiple boss thing that they do.
Doesn't Elden Ring do that?
Yeah, but you've got Spirit Ashes at least to like combat that.
Nah, they just straight up throw you into a room of like 3 different bosses, and they all like chase the shit out of you, and it's just you're screwed, dude. Good luck.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all.
Oh, it's so much on that. Souls games are fun, bro. But man, some of those parts. Whew.
Yeah.
I've also dwelled in the Mitchell's hobbies. Ever since the break, I've been playing Fallout. I think I played it before, I don't know. But I played Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and I finally realized the magnificence of the best Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Stop talking.
After playing it for a good 5 minutes.
We're not getting into this.
For a good 5 minutes. I really enjoyed it, along with Fallout 3.
This is just like antagonize Mitchell with opinions he disagrees with there.
Pretty much,
but at least he knows I'm joking for the most part. somewhat.
What else has been going on?
You just like change the severity of like how much you're joking in 5 seconds.
The Elder Scrolls and Fallout games, I'm gonna be real here. I don't know if I'll ever get into those. I've played them. I've played Fallouts 3 and 4. I've played Elder Scrolls. I've played
so you played the first ones.
Okay, look. Listen to me. I played New Vegas as well. I forgot to mention New Vegas.
Look. I played 3 and 4.
I've also played New Vegas. Screw off. But also, I've played Oblivion and I've played Skyrim, and like they're fine games.
I played Oblivion and Skyrim. You know, like
nothing I want to get into.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think that those are probably games that you'd be very interested in general. But, you know, it is what it is.
Like, they're fun to mess around in, but, like, actually playing them... Technically, I have beaten Skyrim. I beat the main story in Skyrim. I did.
I remember that. I remember you doing that.
Yeah, so I technically have beaten Skyrim. I just didn't do the other 80% of the game. But I did beat it.
Most people don't do that. Shit, I haven't done it, but...
You know, I don't know. Maybe Bethesda games aren't for me. I'll play the Bethesda games that like they kind of help publish, like Evil Within and stuff like that.
Won't play like the good ones.
Won't touch their actual
games. The ones that are good. You know, like Morrowind or.
Nah, see that.
I don't see Noah ever playing Morrowind.
That's exactly why
that requires that.
Hey, I play Morrowind.
I just heard you say that. I was like, I don't see that ever.
I like Morrowind.
How much of Morrowind have you played, Jay?
I got to
use
Guild.
Right. Moving on.
But it was fun. See, I can't even like something that you like. There's always got to be something, Mitchell.
Don't you still need to beat Bloodborne?
Yeah, I do.
He does. Yeah. How long has that bet been going on?
It's been since 2000 fucking.
I forgot there was a bet around it. What was the bet?
It's in the teens.
Well, I promised I'd stream it. I
want to say 15. I want to.
No, it was 18. It was not 15.
Dude,
it was 18.
I'm gonna beat Bloodborne before Jay does. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, 15 is way too fucking.
It was 18. It was 18.
It was 17 or 18. It was either like late 17 or sometime in 18. I can't remember.
I remember it being during the summer.
It was in school.
It was 18. It was 18 then.
Y'all probably don't know what happened. It was a bet. I bet Mitchell. If he could beat Sonic Adventure.
I remember it being early college. That's weird to say right now. But
he bet me beat Bloodborne. So
wait,
Bloodborne.
Hold on. No. Let me get this clear. Hold on. Let me get this clear. You bet him to beat a... Wait, was this Adventure 2 or Adventure 1?
Adventure 2.
So you bet him to beat a, like...
But this is Mitchell.
Hold on.
This is Mitchell, though. You don't know.
Hold on. You bet him to beat, at a casual level, 5 to 6 hour game. In exchange, you would beat a 30-hour game.
It's quick. It's quick. It's like 11 hours, bro. Like, if you play through it. Actually, shorter than it could be shorter than that.
It doesn't have to be that long. He'd probably struggle though to be under.
No, I was struggling every time Mitchell sees me play.
Dark Souls took me like a little over 20 hours to beat. Dark Souls 2, I'm at 15 and I haven't beat it yet. I would say Bloodborne's probably about 20 hours.
You get to that DLC, you're gonna be fighting for your life. That's all.
Hey Mitchell, I got you, bro. I just got to stream it. I have to stream it.
Fucking go back to it. You know,
I got to stream it so you can see it, so I can like, so I can't. So you don't be like, Jay, you didn't do it. You didn't beat it. You didn't beat it.
You know, I'm gonna have
to see proof. I mean, either gonna be streamed on Twitch or streamed in here. So you have to see it. But every time you see me play it, it's always a struggle because like. I be doing good, and like some like eldritch being come out of nowhere and just like destroys me.
Oh, that's how it is.
I feel like at this rate I'm gonna beat it before Jay does, and I still have Dark Souls 3 to get through before.
I thought you already did.
Probably will. No, he hasn't.
No, I played Bloodborne. I got to the last thing I remember in Bloodborne was the 3 boss, where it was like 3 guys.
Bloodborne? I don't remember that.
I did play Bloodborne.
I don't remember that.
Yup. Last boss I got to was it was like 3 guys.
The 3 guys.
That's all I remember. It was 3 guys. I don't remember the name of the boss. It's been forever. It's been like years.
Next boss is the 5 guys. Who's next?
You come with a shake?
No.
No.
I know what you're talking about. You got like 40%. I want to say.
Yeah, so I actually got a good way through Bloodborne, and then I just kind of stopped playing it. And you know what? Can't wait to go back to it.
Yeah. Shadows of Yharnam.
But you got to understand though the point is that it's Mitchell playing Adventure, and Mitchell, bless Mitchell's
everybody
heart.
Saw me play Sonic Adventure.
Bless
Mitchell's heart. Yeah. He tries. He doesn't give up.
Watching Mitchell play a Sonic game, funniest shit I've ever
seen. But Mitchell struggles. Mitchell was struggling. I felt bad for the brother.
Can we talk about the fact that Mitchell, plays like these FromSoft games, which, some of them aren't as hard as people say they are, but they're still somewhat difficult games. Having trouble in a Sonic game, can we talk about that?
That's why it's called the equivalent exchange. That's why he made an equivalent exchange.
I'm not a platformer. Okay, I'm not a platformer.
He's not a Bing Bing Wahoo.
I'm not a Bing Bing Wahoo. I'm not used to the Bing Bing Wahooing. Okay.
I mean, if you see me, if you see me play
Mitchell
Bloodborne,
himself may be a Scrimblow, but he's not a Scrimblow lover.
If you see me play Bloodborne, it's about the same gameplay level as Mitchell playing Sonic Adventure 2. So
see, I'm an expert. I'm an expert in both fields, so I don't know.
An expert. Yes, that's why you can't even manage your fucking inventory.
What are you talking about?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Listen.
Look, I'm an expert. I have 0 deaths in all the games. Haven't died once.
True.
This guy.
So do we want to talk about the fact that the tweet came out today, which reminded me of this topic that we have? They talked about the Summer Games Fest, which basically is the replacement for E3 because there's no E3 this year.
E3 is basically just dead.
Pretty much, right? Like, because they were weren't they confident at first? They were like, E3's happening 2022, and then they just said, nope, guys, can't.
They made a whole trailer.
Internally, there were like stuff coming out where even if E3 happened, they were moving away from what E3 traditionally was, and they were just going to be like, it would basically be another VidCon, is essentially like they were just going to do like influencers and shit. That's
so
at this
bad,
point,
man.
Like, people just care about the, I'm pretty sure like being on the show floor is pretty cool, like playing the demos and stuff. But overall, what gets you attention is the conferences, but the companies don't even do conferences, like physical conferences anymore. It's all digital. Like the Xbox events digital, PlayStation events digital. PlayStation didn't even show up anymore. And Nintendo's digital.
It's just gotten worse. And then like even it used to be pretty fun to watch the side stuff, but even then a lot of the side stuff is pretty boring now.
It was never fun to watch the side stuff.
Look, Ubisoft was hilarious because of how bad it was. Can we be honest?
It was never hilarious
to watch with friends. It was only fun to watch with friends and make fun of that garbage.
Exactly. Now, I will say PC Gaming Show. The only funny thing about PC Gaming Show was dogging on Mitchell for it because that was the only one he was ever somewhat excited for at the potential of something being revealed he wanted. That was pretty much it.
Never mind me the PC Gaming Show, please.
Okay, look, the PC Gaming Show puts you to sleep. The EA show just makes you angry.
What's happening with the Summer Games Fest? I didn't look at it.
So, Summer Games Fest, I don't remember what the date is of it, but...
June 9th. Yeah. It's June 9th, and then Microsoft has something on the 11th.
Maybe Bethesda will finally show that fucking game it's supposed to release this year.
Is it like a vague thing like the last one, or is like, it's
an actual event. It's an actual.
So it's like what E3 was, where it's multiple days.
Yeah, it's like remember they had that. It's one. It's one live stream, and there's gonna be like it's like how I did. Remember last year they had a big live stream in the beginning of the summer, and a big live stream at the end of the summer. This was gonna be
like something else that was like announced at that time, because like I remember Bethesda like talking about some shit.
No, I didn't see anything of that. I did see apparently.
Ghostwire.
I did see though in the beginning of the Summer Games Fest trailer they showed Sonic Frontiers, so I'm praying they show gameplay of that game.
Yeah, I pray to God they got to show something.
It's supposed to come out in the holiday, so they're gonna show something.
I need to see some gameplay.
There was an update by one of the social media people that run a social media account, Katie, bless her heart. She freaking said that the game, like they're not gonna delay the game's not delayed, like it's still on track for holiday. And they're gonna like show stuff soon. So hopefully we get to see something, because the way people are talking on Twitter, like every day with Sonic Twitter, dear God, we need news. We've been needing news and gameplay, but for now we really do need news, man. This is getting ridiculous.
Bro, it's crazy because even though Zelda got canceled, this is still like my year for games, bro. Xenoblade got pushed to July, like pushed forward, which is
I ain't never seen some shit like that.
That was phenomenal. We'll get to that. But Splatoon's coming out in September, I think. Pokemon comes out in November, and then Sonic Frontiers probably comes out in November too, or October, one of the two. I don't know. I doubt it'll be December. But
it's
like phenomenal end of the year for me, man. Phenomenal.
I just play KOF all day, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are we playing right now? What are we playing right now, guys? What are we playing?
I'm KOF 15.
Yeah, so Brian's just on the obsession. No, Brian is the weirdest revolving door I've ever seen, right? So I see you play KOF all the time, and I'm like, Brian loves this game. They love this game. And then I go on Twitter, and you just see Brian's post of like, man, KOF fucking sucks.
Well, I don't really post that about KOF, but I remember the last time I've said KOF sucks. So I don't know where you're getting that one from.
It's just like essentially I just see stuff about KOF where you're like, man, I really wish KOF was better, blah blah, which is fine. Obviously, if you want a game to be better, you vocalize it.
Oh, you're talking about
I see you play all the time. Let me tell you about that. It's great.
Let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about the matchmaking real quick.
Yeah,
I've so bad. Yeah, it's so bad there had to be a website of is KOF 15 matchmaking fixed yet?
There's an actual website?
Yes. So I play during this last week of class, let's say like 2 weeks, a given span of 2 weeks. I usually play like an hour before I have to leave in the morning, right? Or when I get back. Usually my play time is like an day, right? In 2 weeks of the hours, I was not able to find one match on ranked or casual. And keep in mind, at a given time, KOF 15 has like 1,000 people online on Steam. So I don't know how the fuck that's happened.
Yeah, that's really weird. Because, like, I've been having trouble finding games sometimes, but the thing is, the fighting games I play right now are Melty Blood and Persona. And those have, like, at max, maybe 300 people playing at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not really a lot.
KOF 15 is having more, but the matchmaking is so bad that you literally sit there for an hour and find no one. It is terrible. Besides that, game fun.
I wanted to play some fighting games, but I ended up hopping on like the whatever is new right now, and then like for KOF's issue is just that like I got a cool controller that I really like for playing like 2D fighters because like it's better to me than an arcade stick, but I can't use it because you got to have the PS. It's for the PS4 version. And I don't feel like downloading the PS4 version. And so I have to wait till Hori releases the updated one for the PS5 version.
Let me tell you something. The PS4 version works more. The PS5 version's pretty unstable with like input delay and shit.
How does that happen?
That's
actually also the PS4 port. Just like if you're playing it online, it works better than the PS5 port for some reason.
That's so bad. How do you fuck that up?
But
I mean, Guilty Gear strives like that too. Like you want to play the PS4 port, not the PS5.
That's weird.
But I wanted to dedicate more time to some of them. Like thought about getting back into Nick because I just felt like getting back into him. I know they're going to drop like some character pretty soon. I might want like Rocco or something like that. Mm. So I'm getting back into it, but it's like juggling like the work and then juggling like having like the video making and then juggling the time I had to like actually play what I want to play and not just for like a video. It's hard. So it's like either I can't really like, dedicate that much time I want to though. I try to find time for something when I can't dedicate much time, which is sad. Same goes for RPGs too. I can't like just dedicate time. Like I have to like kind of pick one game and just play it that week. And then like just do stuff in that and then take a break and then play something else. It sucks. And you get older, you finally have the money to get what you want, but then you don't have the time to play.
No time.
Yeah, you don't have the time.
I mean, right now it's like I play stuff on stream, and then like some of it I keep on stream, like the Souls games, but then some of it offline I want to play. Like I'll do Melty Blood on stream, and I'll be like, man, now I really want to play some Melty Blood. But oh wait, now I'm also playing the New Horizon that came out 3 months ago, and I'm still playing it. By the way, just put that out there. It shows how quickly I'm going through the game. But then I'm also like playing other stuff. It's just I have so many games I'm playing that I never get around to like some of them. I still haven't touched stuff like Shin Megami Tensei. I want to play that. I haven't touched it. I haven't gotten to it.
I had that same problem with streaming. That's another thing that juggle with streaming because it's like, should I stream or should I try to push this video out faster? It's just.
Well, see, I don't have that problem. I just decided to quit YouTube and doing that because it's just such a pain with the time it takes to do it. I just mostly stream stuff, but it's like
people be like, YouTube's easy.
The problem becomes like what's entertaining, because I wanted to play Horizon on stream and then I was like, that's not very entertaining to do. I'm not gonna do that. Like, at least Souls games are entertaining because I just fucking yell at the screen the whole time.
Yeah, I want
time in YouTube Shorts, since I've noticed even on yours they get you shit tons of views for some fucking reason.
Yeah, no, it's really weird. It depends, right? Because it's like I'll have clips of like for a minute I did shorts and on and off I'm on them. So I did a couple of like Demon Souls, and a couple of them would only get like 60 views, but then there'd be that one or two that would get like 1,000, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I uploaded like
that's crazy.
I did like one Pokemon when Legends Arceus round when that came out. I did one shiny reaction that got like no views. And then I did another one that got like, I don't know how many views it was at. I might check here in a second, but it had like 1,000 views too, I think. Like let me check and see if I can actually find this, but it was absolutely insane. But YouTube Shorts are the weirdest fucking thing. I don't understand it. I figured out how they work. Let me see. So I had one shiny one that got like 11 views, and then I have one that got 1,600, and then I got a Demon Souls clip that got like maybe 100, and then one that got 1,400. It makes no sense. YouTube Shorts are the most random thing in the world.
Yeah, the algorithm is really weird.
They're pushing them because it's a new thing, so they want to like push the algorithm for them.
It's weird. They want shorter like content like that to push out. That's why you see like these meme channels that only upload like 3-second clips of like some stupid edit, and then they like get like just start banging on views and subs. But then like it's like, especially in my feed, you'll see like these long videos on stuff, and they'll have like a bunch of views and get a bunch of subscribers, and that happens to me too because
people put them on like the background.
Yeah, I work like an hour. I'll put like a lot of work into like an hour video. And then either it flops, well, I don't say it flops, it just like doesn't do as good. Or then you get like the Sonic Colors video where like it just all of a sudden got a bunch of views out of nowhere. But none of my other Sonic videos got those views. So I don't know what YouTube is telling me.
Well, that's why that's why you see a lot of channels put up stream highlights now, or they'll have like a separate channel to do stream highlights, because what people will do is they'll just put it on the background. So they'll like play a game or work on a project or something, and they'll have that in the background. So that's why a lot of those will have views, because you would think nobody's going to watch a 5-hour video. No, wait, they will. Yeah. They'll just have it on in the background.
That's why for those, I don't like right now I'm working on like smaller videos put out, because I'm like thinking, okay, well maybe YouTube wants me to upload more consistent, so I can put like a small video out and put the big video out. But for the big videos, I don't edit that much as I do for a small video, because I know people aren't gonna like sit there and watch the full thing. So like there's no reason to go super like hard on edits for like a video is gonna be like an hour long and like spend like so many hours on working on this freaking edit, unless it's like a documentary, which I mean, I'm not doing that, but there's just no point.
No, what's crazy though is for like YouTube Shorts, the monetization on them is so shit. Like I think it was Ludwig. He mentioned that he got like a short that got like hundreds of thousands of views or something. Like it got a lot of views, and he made like $6 off it.
Yeah, I think in general YouTube's money is like, unless you like a PewDiePie, you're not going to be making.
Well, no, that's why YouTube's money is from what I've heard, if you like make decent views, is fine. It's just the shorts don't work anything like normal videos do.
That's why you got to pump out 50 million
that's why you
shorts.
That's why you go make a TikTok and go on TikTok. And
wasn't TikTok's monetization shit too? Like I don't think short videos in general have great monetization. Well, just they're weird.
It's like it's not the monetization you want; it's the advertisers.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I'm completely removed from the TikTok fucking.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
I just see them blow up, and then.
See, I can't even say that like I dislike the idea of TikToks and shit, because like I watch YouTube Shorts all the time in bed, so I do the same thing.
Like they're fun. Like, so, like, I just don't care about TikTok.
I just don't even.
Yeah, I don't want to know the app. I just want to stick.
Are we fucking boomers? Like,
yeah, I'll watch. I'll sit there drinking my fucking white monster in bed, fucking sunglasses on, fucking watching YouTube shorts of like fucking people making cake farts or some shit, and like TikTok, I'm like, nah, fuck that.
No, what I hate is my girlfriend does watch TikTok, so I'll see a YouTube short and I'll be like, "This is funny, babe. Look at this." She'll be like, "I saw that on TikTok 6 months ago." I'm like, "Shit."
Yeah, it just gets like thrown on Twitter or YouTube or something else.
There's this one science channel where all he does is just fuck around with chemicals and YouTube shorts, and it's like amazing. It's like the best shit I've ever watched, and I'll just like binge his videos for like 3 hours in bed. But like fucking watching the TikTok, nah.
Yeah, no, there's this one channel that all they do is they go to like random universities and public places, and two guys will stand there and they'll have like a challenge on one guy's shirt. It'll be something ridiculous, like grab an apple, throw it up in the air, do 6 spins, and then dunk yourself in this thing of milk and get $100. It's so entertaining for no reason.
Do you also get a lot of cooking ones in your recommendations?
Sometimes it depends.
Every fucking YouTube short I encounter is a fucking cooking one for the most part. It's weird.
No, the one I really hate, right? I skip this every time I see it. It's this one guy, and he does the same thing but slightly different. So he'll set up a scenario like in school feeling depressed or something, and then he'll just start running towards the camera, and it'll be like the teacher, the student, and it'll be like just him continuously running towards the camera.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it's the same thing every time. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired of seeing this. It's not funny the 5th time.
There's this dude who does a Smash one like that I see him post on Twitter. Some like his Twitter fucking algorithm. And like it'll literally just be like X character mains fucking be like, and he literally rolls the same fucking clips over and over again. And like it will just be in different orders to different music. It is really bizarre. He gets a shit ton of likes on his stuff, but it's literally the same content over and over again, essentially, with different text.
I hate when people do that. It's like, it's not funny after the 2nd time, guys. Come on.
Well, the children watching don't care.
But then there's stuff that's just priceless every time. But, you know, that's just how it is.
It's like, but it's bizarre how the algorithm works like that, where they literally make the same fucking video and it promotes it.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
All I get from my shorts are freaking like freaking the resellers, like packaging something. Some like retro game stuff or some movie clips.
Talking about that dude who has the big ass business and he has a warehouse where he like packages the games and shit.
And he's like I love packaging N64 games, and it's just him packaging it up. I mean, it kind of is therapeutic to watch, but that's all I get.
It is.
And
really
then the only other thing that pisses me off that I get is like the bimbo bait, all right, or the boot bait type of freaking things where it's like. So it's like something like around like what to do with coffee, but there's like this girl who's like half naked, like in the
why would you be getting recommended those, Jay?
I don't know why. I don't look at that stuff on YouTube.
Hey, you know how the algorithm works is they give you a video, and if you watch it, it'll give you more like that until you just skip it, because then it'll know that you don't watch it.
Yeah, I don't watch it. But
are you watching the videos, Jay?
I don't know. I don't watch it. It keep appearing, but I feel like if you like even like kind of get interested and kind of like just kind of slide, and it's on there, they're gonna be like, okay, well he's looking at that, so we should probably
he's not watching it because he's too busy fucking taking snapshots of it while he's
That's crazy.
Taking those stat shots.
No, I just don't understand YouTube's algorithm. It's so weird because there's different ways the algorithm works, and I understand how it works, like title wise and thumbnail wise, because I've watched enough videos and watched enough people talk about how the algorithm works. It just seems so unfun. Like making videos really sounds fun, and I've gotten ideas of videos I want to make, and I'm like, I want to make this. Like at one point I was like, I just want to do like a podcast style semi-review of games and just talk about games and movies and stuff I like and dislike and stuff like that without really thinking about like a script, because I don't want to put that much effort into it. But then I was like, no, because I have to worry about a title and a thumbnail, and that's just unfun. I've made thumbnails, I've made titles. It's not that fun.
Yeah. As someone who has like been doing like just kind of pumping out videos for like, I think about it's been 2 years. It's almost 2 years. I only got like 120 subscribers. I'm gonna be real. It's just not like you gotta be passionate about it. And the worst part is, especially if you like, trying to like, because thing is, I can't go on the mic. If I'm with you, I could probably like go on the mic and like talk about something. By myself, I'll start like stuttering and like going blank in my mind, like, out of script. But writing the script is so boring because it feels like you're writing an essay. That's like the worst part, and that's what takes that's honestly the longest part. Is just like writing the script, make sure you're saying stuff right. But you do all that, you put a lot of work into a video, and the video won't get, it won't get a lot of traction. And at the end of the day, it's like, at the end of the day, you should be grateful just for who watches it, and I'm so grateful for that. But it is like a little thing where like, damn, I put all this work into it for nothing. And then like you end up getting the video that blows up, and YouTube doesn't really tell you. Like as a small creator, YouTube doesn't really tell you like what they don't show. I mean, they have analytics, but it doesn't really show in a good way, especially for smaller creators, like what was giving like a lot of views. So for the past year or so, that dive video got like a ton of views, still getting a ton of views, and same with the colors video getting a ton of views. Then I have videos out of nowhere getting a bunch of views, like this Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 video, which like did worse than the Pro Skater 2 video when it dropped it back then, has gotten like hundreds and hundreds of views all of us. I'm like, what's going on? And then you can't. It's just really hard because they don't give you like a lot of the tools unless you get 1,000 subscribers. Like you can't use a community tab if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. Like I'll be wanting to update people and like when videos come out and stuff, and like I feel like the only way you can do that is making shorts.
That's what Twitch does too. Twitch locks you out of having a lot of video options for your stream until you get affiliate. Like if you try to stream in 1080p and some people's internet maybe can't handle that, but they can watch you in 720p. Well, they can't select that. But when you get affiliate, then they can, and it makes no sense because then when you do get it, because recently I did get it, like I got affiliate and I understood instantly. So much opens up to you at once. It's kind of overwhelming because they're like, now you got to do this and worry about this and that. And it's like, you guys could have slowly introduced this to me, but you locked it all until this one moment. And it's so weird.
And the grind to get there.
Don't aim for Twitch partner, bro. Don't ever aim.
Honestly, I'm not like affiliate.
I know a couple of people who have gotten Twitch partner, and like there was a time where they were getting it, and I remember that. And they were telling me like it's the most like anxiety-inducing process.
Well, that's because you start having
to. Yeah, you have to constantly worry about your viewership, how many people are viewing at once, fucking how many subscribers you were having, how often you're streaming, what you're streaming, how to like stream the right stuff for the algorithm and stuff like that. And not only that, you can for partner. You can fulfill the requirements that they have, but it's not like affiliate where like how like you basically just hit the numbers and they're like, cool.
Yeah.
In partner, you have to hit those numbers consistently over a period of months, and you have to prove to them that you were partner material by doing that for months. So like they have to feel a certain way about you to let you in, and you have to like impress them and shit.
Yeah,
it just sounded like the most like just like you would hate yourself every fucking minute trying to do it.
And that's what I was gonna get into because I was Jay's talking about how bad YouTube is, and that's kind of why I stopped doing YouTube because Twitch is already enough of a problem. Like Twitch is easier, no doubt. But it also has its problems, like having to worry about the different perks. Like once you hit affiliate, you have to think about like, your subscription badges and, perks of subscribing, emotes, things like that. Like you have to consider all this, what is pleasurable to stream. Like I stream the Souls games and they get like more views than like, today I streamed like Have a Nice Death. It's going to date the video, but whatever. I streamed Have a Nice Death and that did terribly. And I was like, this was an entertaining game. I had fun with the stream. It did poorly though. Like having to worry about all that already sucks. Putting YouTube on top of that, it's not fun. It's really
you have to experiment. Like I've noticed, I guess from my research from channels is like, that's from what I do. A lot of people will cover a game that no one really talks about. Like, and they'll be like they'll do it so in depth, and they'll be the main guy that covered that game. I'm trying to think of a channel. I guess what I could say when the format that I do started becoming popular, those guys would look at the Mega Man games, and back then, people would look at stuff like Mega Man 2, but they wouldn't go any further. And if they went further, they'd be like, "Oh, well, it went bad because of blah blah blah." Or it was just not the same because it charged shot. This is just a bunch of BS. Point is, they didn't go that in depth. So then people started looking at the X games, and I remember back in the day, people only made videos on X1. I didn't see any X4 reviews or X5, ain't none of that. and then now their opinions are something to be questioned. But they started making videos on the Mega Man X games, and they got a bunch of views from that because no one did that. So you have, but then you can do that too with certain games, and it also will just get nothing because no one will look it up. But you have to like, it's this weird thing where you kind of have to experiment with different forms of content, and like you have to be like, I guess that's why I say people have to be passionate a little bit about this, because if you don't like what you're doing, if you're just trying to do it for some money, there are better ways to make money. It's just not worth it.
Oh yeah, no,
unless
totally.
you better make that, because once you get to a certain point, like I guess we tell Hungry Box. I always make fun of Hungry Box thumbnail because he has his mouth open weird ways, and it's always the same thing. But he has to do that. He has to do that to keep up, because he's partnered on YouTube with somebody. He has to do that to keep his videos up. He has to talk about Smash. He has to make these clickbaity clickbaity titles and thumbnails just to put some food on the table and keep his channel going. Because if he doesn't, he's gonna fall behind in some way. And even if he's able to catch up with something else, it's just like it's just a pain. And those guys that were known for the Mega Man stuff, they got like, they had to like, it took them a while to get off of it, because once they got popular for Mega Man, YouTube was like, oh well, hey, you supposed to be doing Mega Man, you're not supposed to be doing this. And it took them a while to get their viewership back up to where they can just post anything they want. It's just really frustrating, to be honest.
It comes down to just what it is, because I mean right now, like stream wise, a lot of streams that you see do well are the stuff where it's like, I did this where every few subs I'm doing this, or I'm spinning a wheel to possibly like shove this shoe down my throat. It's like weird challenge stuff. That's the streams that do very well, I notice. And it gets to the point where you're like, I don't want to copy these people, but that's clearly what's doing well. And it's like, it's just weird. I don't know. I'm trying to understand streaming, but I just can't.
I think
really easy. You know, it's a really easy thing to stream that gets you a lot of views.
What?
Not necessarily a lot, but you'll get consistent.
Yeah.
If you specifically, and I noticed this, I didn't do it because of getting views, obviously, but I just noticed this in my time doing it. But running weekly fighting game tournaments will, like, if you're good at it and you provide a good tournament experience that gets like more people in it, and you get more eyes on it and you stream it, it gets you a consistent enough viewer base that adds up over time. And like eventually you do start getting like 40 a stream or some shit.
Yeah,
the issue is you kind of limit your audience to that. And
exactly. Like I thought about doing,
but it is consistent.
I thought about doing stuff like that where I was like, oh, I could get some speedrunners, because I somewhat talk in the Adventure 2 speedrunning Discord, and I was like, I could get a couple speedrunners from there and have them like compete in a race to see, and like for like money or something. And I thought that'd be pretty fun. That's fun stuff to do, is holding tournaments and stuff like that. I think streams like that can do pretty well. It's just, in general, right, you never know what really does well, because you'll have people come in for this one thing, but then you do something else and they don't like that. But then you have these other people come in, because I variety stream. I have people who come in and watch me do Souls, and they're like, this is what I watch. And then I do Pokemon Unite, and then I have people come in for that, and they're like, this is what I watch. And it's just weird, because that's why
I noticed that. Like, I'll lurk in your chat, like I don't say anything sometimes, I'll just kind of watch. And I'll notice, like, for different fucking streams, there are, like, a completely different
audience. Which is why you see stuff like, you'll see, like, a couple of the streamers I watch, like Ludwig, I'll occasionally turn into, and he does a lot of just chatting. He'll do, GeoGuess or, like, random games, or, like, the only VTuber I'll watch now is I watch Iron Mouse, and she kind of does the same thing, where she'll do, like, just chatting and this. And that's probably why they do that, because if you just do games, you'll kind of streamline it to where some people come in only to watch you play that game, which is kind of weird. Like, I understand you want to see people play that game, but it's like, if you're watching them consistently, I feel like it's less about the game at that point, because you could just watch somebody else play that game, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like with streaming, when you that's how I feel. When you stream, it's about your person. That's why, like, I at first I tried being like really PC with it. When I was streaming for my school, I had to, because I was representing the school, so I couldn't do anything crazy. But then over time, I realized, like, you gotta, like, just kind of be yourself. I mean, I don't say anything stupid, but you gotta be yourself and kind of just like chill, and people will like you for what you are.
No, I just don't give a shit, man. I'm talking shit the entire stream. I've gotten it to the point where I can make it so chat makes me hate them. Like I have this channel reward where they just make me do push-ups on stream, and I just like cuss them out the whole time. I'm like, you guys fucking suck. That is essentially my streams, and it is a beautiful thing.
I have a good challenge. Every time you die in Dark Souls, do 50 push-ups.
You're funny, dude. You're hilarious.
Hey, but think about it. It's gonna drive
the
you.
Game will not be played. The game.
No, the game. 50 push-ups? Are you insane?
It's gonna drive. Look, it's gonna drive you to not die.
No one's gonna become fucking Popeye after he eats the spinach.
Right?
Listen.
No, it's gonna be. What is it? Is it the SpongeBob meme where he just like has this huge torso? That's gonna be me.
Yeah, it's three great things because guess what? Number one, you get stronger. You get buffed. You become Macho Man. Number two, it activates a fight or flight mode in your body because you're gonna be like, okay, I can't die. If I die, this is gonna be really bad. I have to do this. So you
died like 15 times.
But that was without a stipulation.
Like falling. He would
Let's
not
talk about that. Okay. Look, I died like 30 times the last time I streamed the game, and like half of those 30? Were from me falling off the edge.
I'm just saying. Listen, if you're
hold on. 30 times 50. That's 1,500 push-ups.
You're out of your mind.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, if you're in a high tension situation, someone has a gun to your head. Like if you die in this game, you die. Like you're gonna do everything you can. Your fight or flight gonna activate, and you're not gonna die.
Every time you die in Dark Souls, you get a fucking shot pumped into your leg.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. That's awful.
No, but yeah, I get it. It's
run, but every also time you fuck up a skip, you have to do 100 push-ups.
Oh my god!
Yeah, do that. But I get it. I should probably say the disclaimer for all of us. Like, I know we're talking about viewers and stuff, but we're not like kind of begging for viewers. Hell, a lot of us just want like, I'll be real with you. I can have like 10 people watching the stream, but if an active chat is there, I'm cool. It's not that we're begging for viewers. We're just saying like, it's just kind of hard to get stuff. It's kind of hard to. It's just really hard to like get in there.
No, that's not even the way I'm talking about it. I'm just talking about because I thought at one point to make a video about my experience with Twitch, because a lot of people will look at they look at the bigger content creators and their advice, and they're like, oh, I came up from nothing and blah, blah. And it's like, I understand you at one point were a small creator, but it feels less, not genuine. I don't know what the word is for it, but when I see like a big person like PewDiePie or somebody talk about what it is like to grow on Twitch or on YouTube, and it's like, I can see your point, and it's kind of nice to see your perspective because you did get big. But I always find it interesting to hear it from like smaller creators, because those are the people that are getting the shorter end of the stick. They are the part that, hey, when you're going into this is what you're going to experience. It took me 2 years to get affiliate. That felt like a long time. There were
multiple more people. Oh, go ahead.
Like, there were multiple times where I had 0 viewers in streams, and I just had to keep talking like I had people watching, which is what you have to do, right? Because it just gets to the point where you can't feel discouraged. Otherwise, it just doesn't make good content, and it's not fun. Yeah.
Because if you stop, it's just not. I mean, stopping in general just nothing's gonna happen at all. You just got to keep going. It's just like as it goes on, like as more people get into Twitch, more people get into YouTube every single day, it just gets harder. And it's like you said with PewDiePie, like. PewDiePie has those tips and stuff, but he started in a different era of YouTube and got popular in a different era of YouTube when everybody was new and this was a new thing and people were like attached to new people. Like you can't do what PewDiePie does because people are gonna go watch PewDiePie. You gotta be like, I don't know, you gotta be your own thing. You know who you are.
It kind of just comes down to needing to understand how things work, but also knowing that, hey, it's not going to work out sometimes, and you just got to figure out how to work around that and kind of power through it, because it's a pain in the ass, bro. Twitch and YouTube both suck, so I gave up on YouTube. I didn't appreciate it.
Bro, you don't know how many times I've seen like a video of a review from like a smaller channel. I want to like support them, and I start just hearing like some call me Johnny scripts, like just said out loud and the same jokes. It's like. Bruh.
Yeah, no, I'll like watch smaller, because what I try to do, I used to host smaller creators all the time. I do it less because sometimes I just forget to, but I try to go on like streams and just look for a cool smaller creator, and I just like, I host them or whatever, and sometimes I watch them and it sounds interesting, like their stream title, and then you go in and they're just like quiet for half of it, and I'm like, bro, I learned like months in that you can't do that. I literally have to find a way to keep myself talking the whole time. It is so hard.
You have to talk to yourself. You have to learn.
Bro, I straight up sometimes just have conversations with myself. I have to. It just gets to that point where I'm like, nobody's talking in chat. I'm just gonna start fucking rambling for a minute.
I say some crazy shit.
I like streaming multiplayer games because there's a lot more to talk about because something new is happening every 5 seconds than like a single player game where like it gives you more room to like be silent and shit. With multiplayer, you're always like commenting about.
Oh yeah, man, go on COD. Get them troll lobbies started up.
No, when I go on like dark, when I play the Souls games right now, what I do in the Souls games
for what someone tells you in 5 seconds.
But no, when I go on the Souls games, Mitchell can attest to this because he watches them mostly, and I just start shit talking every enemy I fight. It's the best thing. Yeah, I just go up to an enemy, I'm like, "Come on, you piece of shit," and I just start dancing around him for a minute. It's great.
Yeah. When I started playing Saints Row, I just kind of like talk like I'm in the game, like I'm like talking to, like I would say just a bunch of like crazy stuff. When I started back, I think doing that kind of helps because it's just like it's like you said, man, you got to be like a personality. You got to have personality because it's just like if you want to watch it like someone play a game, you want to watch that gameplay, you can go on YouTube, look up a long play of the game you want to see.
Yeah, you gotta fill the dead air with something.
Dead air.
I hate the strings, by the way.
Like the silence. You gotta fill the silence with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the strings, by the way, where they have a lot of people so they can theoretically do this. I think Low Tier God does this too, and I actually hate it. Where it's like, oh, we got to get enough subs in this stream for me to show a cam or actually talk on the mic. Like whoever does that, donations. Fuck off on that one.
Donate $50 or no chat, no webcam, $50.
No, that's
donate $50 to actually view the stream essentially. Because
I will say the streams I like the most are the ones when like chat can really fuck with it. Like there's this one guy, I cannot remember his name right now, but he did a stream of Pokemon where like you would donate or you would use channel points, something like that, and you could like burn his Pokemon or poison them or like kill one, and because he was doing a Nuzlocke, and it was like so fun. Like that kind of stuff, really creative.
Oh yeah, no, there's a Sonic Adventure 2 mod that lets chat control like randomized shit all like so you could be playing through something and someone could press a button and change the level.
That sounds awful, but also send me that. I want to see that.
I actually don't know where it's at. I just remember a streamer was playing it and I gotta find it.
Race center once.
But yeah, like stuff like that's really fun. I've seen streams pop up, especially lately, of people doing it to where it's like every sub or every whatever, I change games, and that was pretty fun too. Like stuff where chat participates a lot, I think is just kind of the most entertaining streams because it feels like they're influencing it the whole time. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, even if it's like just like 5 or 10 people, just having an active. Like people don't understand how much better having an active chat, just having like 100 people in there like not saying anything, like. Having just people in there because you get to talk back and forth. It feels like people are like engaging with your content. That's same with the YouTube too. Like just having. That's why I like people always comment on my videos. So it feels like people are even if it's like not a lot of people watching it. I know people are engaging with it, which is like the best thing, honestly. And they, they ask questions or they like say something, and it's very cool to have that back and forth. It helps the streamer a lot to be.
Or you get your friend playing the Gay Blast Network and all.
Yeah, that's just become a joke on the channel now. I'm not gonna fight it. It is what it is. If I blow up someday, there's gonna be like Gay Blast Network edits. But hey, look, it helps if it helps for representation. I'm not gay, but if it helps for representation, people can do it. If people want to laugh at it, people can do it. I don't care. I'm just not making. They've been trying to make me make my intro to like "Welcome to the Gay Blast Network." I'm not doing that.
You should do that for all the month of June, like the Pride Month, and like don't say anything about. Don't say anything about it. Just like let it rock and see if anyone notices.
I'll probably do it for April Fools. I'll probably like next year.
It'll just be a very normal video, except you fucking just say the Gay Blast Network. And
I'll still That's a guy. There's a guy I watch called David Einstein. He's a really cool YouTuber. You guys check him out. He covers like RPGs. Well, every April Fools, he does this thing where it's like the hottest JRPG characters, and like it'll be a picture. It'll be like this clickbait picture of like Tifa or something like in a bikini or something like that, and then you click on the video, and he's like hyping up, like freaking like, I have to prove to everybody that I'm not gay, and I'm gonna have to show you with this top 10, and it's like it's just a top 10 because he is gay. It's top 10 of male JRPG characters and like how hot they are to him, and then he just clickbait. So I feel like doing the opposite, where it's like, it's like the opposite of that, except it's like the girl. I guess it's not as funny because everybody does the top 10 women, so I don't know. But that was an idea.
I feel like we've been excluding
Sonic characters.
I feel like we've been excluding Mitchell out of this conversation, and Mitchell doesn't really do the whole content creation thing. Mitchell, do you watch Twitch?
Hey, but Mitchell,
which is Mitchell's favorite.
Look, so. Mitchell, do you watch Twitch, Mitchell?
I watch Twitch. I mean, occasionally. It depends on who we were talking about.
But listen, bro. Mitchell may not do the streams, but he does be coming in clutch when we need that help for like advertising. Something like that. I'll be in there. I'm like, damn, I can't make it look right. Mitchell be coming in. I'm here for you, bro. He freaking comes in like Superman, drops a link to a freaking tutorial I couldn't find. I was like, yeah, that's my nigga Mitchell, bro. Just saying that Mitchell comes in clutch for these videos.
Yeah.
So Mitchell, rank the top 10 hottest Sonic characters.
Oh yeah. From your Adventure 2 experience, you should know very much well all the Sonic characters.
What? Number 10.
No, I'm not.
9.
I'm not
lower it until he eventually does the hit. 7. Come on, 7.
I'm not Guptil. Okay, if you want to see some real hot Sonic characters, you can look Guptil's video up. Okay.
5.
No. But I think we can go into something that we're all into.
3.
We just need to know that he likes Shadow.
I think we you keep going down.
Somebody pointed this out. I didn't realize that in like the Shadow the Hedgehog intro, he cocks an MP5. You don't cock an MP5. Why does he do that?
You're so
because he Shadow the freaking Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog, dude.
You don't do that. It's not a pump action shotgun.
He does that. He Shadow the Hedgehog. He can do what he wants.
You don't need to cock it. You just shoot it.
He can do what he wants.
He can do what he wants.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah. I guess, but the kid just had it be like a shotgun or something.
It looks cool.
Well, it got you as 5 years old playing the gun.
It did. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, it did.
So he did his work.
It did convince me. Okay.
Yeah, no. So I think we've kind of gotten out what we need to about streaming and YouTube, and I feel like we should include Mitchell a little more. Let's go on to something that maybe we're all a little more into, which is that good old fashioned anime. Specifically, I saw one topic that got put in manga. This isn't exactly the same one, but like I want to put out here, I have been way more into manga than watching anime lately.
Same.
It's just a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot easier.
It's so easy to just pop a volume or some chapters, read them, like
you pop just one volume.
No, what I'm saying is it takes maybe an hour, if even, to read a volume of manga. So then I'll pick up 3 volumes. Like what I usually do is I'll pick up 2 or 3 volumes of a new manga to try it, and I'll just crank them all out in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm like that was so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just that
generally
with anime, you gotta hope for so much, and there have been so many manga I've read where I get an anime, Hoshinigi, I get an anime for it, and it is either completely garbage, absolute one of the worst things you've ever seen, or it's like Shaman King, where it's serviceable, and you was waiting for years for this, and it comes back and it's it's not bad, but it's not good. It's in between. It's they could have done something better. And then you get lucky, you get Dragon Quest Dai or the Spy X Family, where they go all the way in and they do what they're supposed to do, or current One Piece still next because pacing, but it just depends. Plus, you're waiting so long, especially for something like One Piece, and then you have stuff like Berserk, where you just have we don't talk about Berserk. We don't talk about Berserk anime, but you just have to read the manga.
Well, I think the other thing about manga is just how inconsistent it is, because I like reading it physically. I have multiple places where you can read
what
it digitally.
Nerd.
Look, I enjoy the feeling of the book, but it's like
nerd.
there are places, and I have read some.
Go to a library, read a book, you fucking nerd.
I have read manga digitally. Especially there was one that isn't available in English, so I read it online because that's the only way you can read it in English. But like I like to get mine physically, but when you have to wait for the volumes to come out, it is extremely inconsistent because you'll have some that's like every 2-3 months you'll get a new volume, and then you'll have some that just it's been 6 months and they're like, okay, well I guess we're gonna pump out a new volume now.
Yep.
And it's like, bro,
I had a recent experience with that. So like when I got into Chainsaw Man, right, I read it all in like 2 days, and I was like, I really like this series. I'm going to get it all. And I didn't feel like buying the bulk 9 volumes in Japanese yet because it's like $100 and I didn't feel like spending that. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll get it in English. So the release had shit like that, where it was like once every fucking 6 months or whatever. They're all released now, I think, but like it took forever. And the issue is, because it was pandemic still, for some reason, there was a manga supply shortage or some shit, and you could not get volumes 1 through like 5, which were the current ones, released in English, physically. And if you wanted to, they were like $100. So you had to get them as they came out in pre-order, or else you'd be fucked. I don't know how it is now, but back then the only one I was able to get was Volume 6, with a cover where if someone in my home saw the cover, it would make me look like a degenerate, and they have for sure seen that volume because I've seen it moved into my drawers. So
releases are also weird because it's like there's one series, right, that I really want to read. It's called Yona of the Dawn, and it's like I think it's like I don't know what the genre is, but it's not typically a genre I look at. But I watched the anime and I was like, this is really good. And it was one of those that never finished. It stopped after like a season. And I was like, I'm gonna read it because it was really good. And I looked at it, and for one, it's got like 30 volumes out, which already that means I have to spend a ton of money to catch up on it if I wanted to read it. But then it's also like I have like volume 1, 2, and 3, and then just like 4, 5, and 6 never available. They're out of stock, and then they're available, and then they're out of stock again like immediately. Every fucking time.
This is why I've resorted. Thank God I can read Japanese, so I can just buy the actual Japanese volumes.
Yeah, that's
you can always
so
buy,
easy.
Like, you can always buy, like, for example, you can buy all of One Piece caught up for like $200 to $300 right now. And for how many volumes that is, that's really fucking good.
Yeah, because you'll see English volumes. Because I mean, it depends if you get it. Like, there's one site you can buy them on that's cheaper, but typically manga in English is like $8 to $12. I'd say rough estimate, depending on what volume
Japanese
or what manga. But like the one series I read that's not in English, I looked it up on eBay. I was like, maybe I'll get the Japanese just to have it in a collection. And I looked and like, because that manga is like 15, 16 volumes. It was like maybe $100 to get all those volumes. I was like, that's cheap. The hell?
Yeah. Dude, wait. Okay, so I looked at one of my Japanese One Piece volumes, and I looked at the price on the back. It's literally $3. Like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
We get fucking just ass translations a lot of the time.
Yeah,
they just upcharge it ridiculously. It fucking sucks ass. It is not great at all.
Yeah, like that's like the one thing I hate, because at least with anime, right, you can just watch subs, so that stuff doesn't really matter. But like with manga, you kind of need to wait for translations. I mean, you can read unofficial translations, but it's like when you're waiting for like an actual volume to come out of chapters, that takes so long, and then you just pay more for it. I love manga. It's a pain in the ass though.
Yeah.
The One Piece Viz translations are like better now, but like a lot of the older ones, they never got translated again, so they're kind of like they're not great. It's like the
and you still have to deal with like Zolo and shit.
Yeah, you still gotta deal with Zolo because of copyright shit. It's like if I ever decide to get One Piece physically, I'm probably just gonna get the Japanese, even if I can't fucking read it. I'll learn. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
You get all the cool like covers and shit that comes with the volumes, anyways.
Wait, they named him Zolo because they can't say Zoro?
Well, it's because Zoro. It's there's the other character named Zoro.
He's public domain now, but
he's public domain now. But they changed it so it wouldn't get into the weeds about that.
Yeah.
Imagine not being able to name your character something because it's copyright.
Lupin had the same thing.
Let me talk to you about JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo.
Oh, man.
JoJo too. JoJo, Lupin, they all have it. Lupin is essentially fan fiction, by the way, because Lupin is the grandson of a existing literature character, and for years, when Lupin came to America until like the late 80s, he was called fucking Zero. Shit. So
what a name change.
Flaccid Pancake.
Yeah. And then also, yeah, Flaccid Pancake, the Limp Biscuit and JoJo, just change them to Flaccid Pancake. Let's do it.
Yeah.
What was fucking Dirty Deeds Done Cheap, Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price?
Yeah, now they just call him D4C, but...
Yeah.
Read the manga. Actually, I got a funny story right now about finding the manga, man. Freaking some stuff I like collecting as it goes on because it's just so much easier. Like I've been getting Shaman King, so much easier. I've been getting Fist of North Star and Dragon Quest Die because they're all coming out like monthly. I spend less instead of buying bulk, and it's just like much more comfortable because I try getting like Yu Yu Hakusho, and then like you can't find certain volumes because it's just out of print.
Oh yeah, older manga gets shit on a lot because it just gets out of print. Even manga that came out like there's this one because I like me some romance and slice of life. I'm the one guy here who does, and like there will be ones that came out.
Romance too.
Yeah, there'll be ones in like 2000. There'll be ones in 2010 or 2012, like that era of manga that came out before manga was really big in English, and it's like those volumes are very hard to find too. Like even those don't really get made that much anymore. So I don't know. It's just when you can't find the volumes is what sucks the most because then you kind of have to resort to going online to read it because you can't find it. I mean, what do you do?
I'm still seething. I started to collect fucking Berserker. They changed the goddamn binds.
So I got a funny story about that, Noah.
I gotta start all over again. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I start over again. I don't give a fuck.
They also have those nice big versions now that are like the only ones they print.
Yeah, I've seen those. Are probably
what was if you what is it? Was it Viz? And Jay, I heard you. We'll get to you to say. Was the one thing? I think it was Viz who changed their logo. So any manga that is from Viz, which I think I have one which shows it off. I can't remember which one it is. I'm trying to look right now. It may be Promised Neverland. Halfway through, the logo just changes. And it's so odd, and it's kind of weird. Like, most people wouldn't care, but I kind of look at that, and I'm like, this fucking bothers me. Because just halfway through the fucking volumes, the logo is different. Like, I'm sure...
If they change the fucking binding, if they change the binding, everybody behind that decision should be fucking dragged out into the street and shot.
Sure
I don't care.
I'm sure for most people who, like, now collect it, it's not a problem, because I'm sure they change all the previous volumes to have the new logo when they do new reprints. But if you're like me and you, like, collect it as it comes out, and then they do the change, and you're like, son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Reparations from Berserk. I want fucking reparations. Someone needs to fucking pay me for that bullshit.
Just like you remember, like it's like the old blue triangle. Just give me volume covers with all the old blue triangle. Just give me that.
Nah, bro, you gotta pay up for that. But Jay, what were you saying?
I was saying I had a funny story about like finding manga. Yeah. Oh my god! Why did I just? Oh my god!
What?
Oh shit!
What?
Idiot! I'm a fucking idiot, bro. Oh my god! That's just man. Let me see.
Come on, don't bait us.
Hold up. Let me see. Shit.
Okay, well, while Jay figures out his
Okay. So let me explain.
Okay.
All right. So there's this manga. There's this manga that Serial Girlfriend X, right? And
how did it take you that long to mention Mysterio?
Well, no. Okay, listen. I'm impulsive. I spent like more than I've been waiting for Volume 5 to come back. Like then the pandemic thing happened, So that manga I was collecting for it, and I was missing one volume, 6 freaking volumes. I'm missing one volume, volume 5, right? So I'm like, I've been waiting for this to come back. I'm like, why is it not coming back yet? It's been like 2 years. This shit, I finally see a listing for it. It's not like $300 freaking dollars, which is insane. And I get it, it's like $40, and I go on Amazon, and it's like $16 right now. Because we were talking about this, so I decided to look it up. So I ended up just overpaying, but I'm finna get a refund. But it was just, they go back to your point, what you were saying about the manga being just like when it gets out of stock, it's just really annoying.
Well, Amazon's just a shitty place to buy from. I don't buy stuff. The only things I buy from Amazon are like the one thing I hate. There's another thing of manga I hate. We're really talking in this episode about things I hate, but you know what? Everything has light and dark sides. Manga and light novels that never get released physically in English. There is one company, and I forget what the company is called, but there's one company specifically that only will release them digitally on Kindle books. And I fucking hate it because there are series I'm genuinely interested in and I want to read, and I have to get them digitally. And I'm like, man, I want the physical copy, but it doesn't exist because they only release them digitally. So, but that's the only time I go on Amazon. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of different sites that
you just reminded me that Chainsaw Man volume I had to get. So I had to get it on Amazon, and you just awakened the memory in me where for like 2 days they were just like, "Oh, it's out for delivery," and it never came. And then it finally comes, right? And the fucking cover was bent.
That's rough.
The cover was bent, and like it was like, you know, like how when books curve and shit. It was like that. It was like curved. They fucked it up.
That's bad.
Yeah.
No, but that was weird too. Because there was a point where the Haruhi novels were getting reprinted, and I was getting those all as they came out. And one of them, I got like 2 of them at the same time, and it took so long for them to deliver. And they came in fine shape, but like I'll occasionally have it where I'll get a manga volume and I'll read it, and then part of the bind will start to chip off, like a little bit of the cover will chip off. I fucking hate when that happens, dude. I'm so OCD about that. It's bad.
Oh yeah. Like, I can't think of anything that it's just actually I think one of my Berserk volumes is like that. It was also a really old one that has like fucking piss stain pages. Yeah. Yeah, it was really that volume when I bought it used to cost $150, and I got it from a comic shop, and the dude was just like, oh yeah, it's just $15" because he looked on the back. I fucking scammed the fuck out of that dude.
Get scammed, like, bro. Get scammed.
But like, it was really old and sitting in the back, so it probably had water damage or some shit, and like the pages were fucking yellow. And I was like, I don't care. I got that.
Yeah, that's gross.
That dude got scammed. He got scammed so fucking.
Yeah, it's like manga does end up, I would say, being more expensive than anime, but by itself, it's not. Like when you get a full series that is decently long, it becomes expensive, like more expensive. But anime, just in general, for what it is, it's really not worth the price that shit is. So you never get
anime DVDs are the worst. They cost like $100.
They are, which I understand. You got to support everything, but man, they are expensive.
I remember when I was fucking little fucking shithead kid. I'd fucking ask my dad for like fucking anime. It would be upcharged ridiculously. Like fucking Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. It was like fucking like 10 episodes. It'd be like fucking $50 goddamn.
No, I stopped asking my parents for anime stuff because I did this thing where I wanted to get all of Clannad because I love that show, and they released the original and the after story parts in separate DVDs, and my mom she was talking to me about getting it for Christmas. You know, she's spoiling it for me. She's like, I'm trying to buy this thing you want, and the price makes no sense. It's very expensive. And I had to look at her and I was like, okay, don't get the $120 one. Click on this and get the $40 one, please. And it's like, I can't trust them to get stuff for me because I feel like they just don't understand that, hey, it doesn't cost that much normally.
And I don't blame them because anime releases are stupid.
Yeah, they're dumb.
So bad.
I don't even understand them sometimes. Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
Like, the best ones are like movies because it's a movie. That's it. It's really not that complicated.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they cost like normal movie prices generally, like $10.
Yeah, my parents already had a hard time getting games that I asked for, like the right ones. My mom didn't. My dad did. When you ask him for Super Smash Brothers Brawl and he gives you Shrek, Smash, and Crash Racing.
Totally cool. To solve that, I just send my parents like Amazon links to the games. So even if they don't get it from Amazon, they at least see what it looks like. Because God forbid, dude.
I used to put pictures of the cases
on nowadays. Nowadays, just watch everything online.
I sail the 7 seas, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, me too. That shit gets watched one way or another. That's all I'm saying.
It's like, look, I would love to support that stuff. I can't do it, man. I ain't got the money for that shit.
Well, also, like most of the shit that you're like paying to support it is not actually supporting it most of the time.
Really I think that's another reason why I can get into manga more than anime.
Have to buy the Japanese merch for that.
Yeah. I just know that I can get into manga more than anime because with manga, like let's say you want to get the physical, it's just really cheap. Like I can still get the volume. I can collect the volume as it comes out for like $20 as it comes out for a volume. Compared to anime where it just gets more and more.
Bro, where are you buying from that it's $20 for a volume?
Well, okay, the volumes that I get, like the Fist of the North Star and Shaman King and Die, those are actually like the Kanzenban versions of those manga. But in terms of Shaman King, it had its original manga released, but it was so long ago, and that version's outdated because it has like the ending that he like the fake ending that he ended it on because he was like having health problems.
Yeah,
and it's also super expensive to get because people are like in and collecting that. But this one has 3-in-1. The Fist of North Star is like 2-in-1, and the Die is like I think the Die is also 2-in-1.
Yo, that reminded me of something really annoying. One other thing I completely forgot about this. One more thing that's annoying about English translations of manga is sometimes when they stop giving a shit and they just compile the manga volumes into multiple in one volume. Like there's one series, I think it was like Yamada and the Seven Witches or something. If you look it up, the last few volumes of that are multiple volumes put into one. I think that's the series I'm thinking of. And I've seen a couple others that do that too, where they just get lazy about the translation. They do shit like that. And I'm just like, why? Because that's going to bother me.
In the Death Note release, where it's the entire series in one, like, Bible.
Yeah, it's like, why? I mean, that's a little less egregious. But it's like, when you have all these volumes that are separate, and then your last few are, like, put together, like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Yeah, Battle Angel Alita is, like that, but it's, like, in the big volumes. So they try to sell it for high prices. What they sell it for? That one's like $30 a piece, and it's like 2 of them in there.
Yeah, but I also just feel like though manga is just, I feel like when I read a manga series but then watch the anime, most of the time if it's like a comedy series I laugh at the manga more, and if it's like an action series I actually get more pumped up in the manga, and I don't know why. Like
I think it's just like the way they have to end the cliffhangers compared to the like, especially now, like back. It's not like back in the day where you could spend like 10 episodes like hyping up a fight, like unless you're One Piece. But like modern anime has to go quick because of just like the new audience, people's attention goes away, and also like budgets. So
if it's seasonal, they like
they cram everything in one episode. Yeah,
they try to run through that shit.
And like it feel like it's cool sometimes, like they can do it right, but sometimes it feels forced and rushed, like Shaman King. Bro, basically I'm just have to say it. I'm not gonna spoil anything specifically. It's like the last arc of Shaman King has like a lot of fights in it, like one after another, and they're like a couple of chapters or 3 chapters each, in like the manga. But they wrap that whole arc up, which is like from like I think like 260 something to 300. They wrap it up in like 5 episodes, and the problem is like they put multiple fights together where they're lasting like 2 minutes, and it's like the pacing is so quick and terrible. They have an episode count, like it's just like is egregious to watch because you read it in the manga where there's like cliffhangers and they have to draw certain angles and stuff. It's more hype there because you can take your time reading it, or you can go faster, whatever you want to do. But it sets your own pace.
Yeah, I think it's the way that a lot of artists kind of structure their manga, because like, bro, the biggest serotonin like hit is when you just flip that page and it's like a full 2 pages of just this dude punching a guy in the face or something, and you're just like, yeah. That's my shit right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find mangas generally more entertaining.
Yeah, I've usually just preferred manga over anime. I haven't been getting into much new shit recently, but you know.
I still haven't watched Demon Slayer season 2. I've been trying to force myself to watch it, and I just have not gotten to it yet.
I read the manga, and then that was it for Demon Slayer for me. I just
me too. I read it. I watched the movie, the first season.
I read Promised Neverland, and then I heard how bad the anime did it, how much it did it dirty in the second season. Because like the anime in the first season of Promised Neverland, I think they covered like maybe the first few volumes.
Yeah, they covered it good.
They covered like the first couple, like 2 or 3 volumes or something like that. I don't remember how many. And then the second season just blitzes the rest of it. And it's like, bro, this fucking volume is like, this series is like 20 volumes. And you did like 3 or 4 in the first season. And you just did 16 in the second? Okay.
Yeah, we don't even know why. And they skipped the fan favorite arc. They cut the fan favorite villain from because they skipped that whole arc for some reason. And they just like, they just completely skipped it. It got Hoshidengi. That's what happened to it.
Anime just pisses me off when it cuts stuff like that. So that's just, I don't know. Manga also having like the full intention of the author, I think, is also a pretty cool part of it.
Yeah, I be trying to get people on manga sometimes, and people like, "Oh, I want to see the black and white colors. I want to see colors, most anime stuff." And it's like, and I get it. They want to see stuff like moving, but
most people are just more privy to fucking seeing the animation and the music and shit.
Yeah, because he would be like, well, like One Piece is a great example because he'd be like, oh, One Piece is kind of getting slow, and I'm like, yeah, read the manga because
it's crazy. People stick with the One Piece anime, and I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
And Dressrosa hit, I went straight to the manga.
Personally, I have to read the manga. I could not be a fucking weekly anime watcher. That would be painful for me. That shit weekly, like the pacing of that is fucking. It's something. It's something.
Bleach has a bad Bleach. When you look at Bleach overall, the anime, it has a bad thing because it will have these filler arcs that go on for like 40 to 50 episodes, and they will like cut from the main story completely. But at the same time, like when you rewatch it from a rewatching perspective, it's actually a lot better because they can pace out the main content well, and they don't need to make these like cut stuff and make stuff drag on for so long. And all say you can just watch, you can pick and watch.
That's because they realize they're getting close to the manga. A lot of the time, stuff like that happens because they're adapting it, and they're like, "Shit, guys, we're catching up to the manga. We gotta calm it down." Yeah, and sometimes it's weird too, because like I know everybody here hates Fairy Tail besides me, right? But Fairy Tail did that too, where they had like a couple filler arcs, and one was incorporated into the manga where they never did the arc in there, but they mentioned it happened. And then the other one was just so shit that they never mentioned it again. But I don't know if that's also... I think that was also because they caught up to the manga, because what Fairy Tail did was halfway through one of their arcs in the anime, they just stopped. And it was like gone for like a year or two.
That's what Bleach did.
I think that's because they caught up with the manga, and it was really weird.
There's generally like 2 ways of going about it. Like you do your filler arcs, that's a good way to make some space, or you just incorporate filler into the content, and then you'll see this in like Dragon Ball Z or like One Piece, like the original Dragon Ball Z, and then it'll be just like fucking characters will just take 10 fucking years to do like a single fucking thing, and like that's how they space it out.
Bro, Bleach will literally there'll be like the Arrancar saga was so I can understand like if someone watched it like from at the time, because the fact that these filler arcs went on for 40 episodes, that's like a year. That's a year of episodes of just like filler. But it was so bad when it happened because they would be like, for instance, they got to a fight with Grimjow and Ichigo beats him, and like obviously there's still stuff going on, but they just stop. They literally stop. The characters come out and they're like, "Yeah, we got to have a filler arc," and then they put the filler arc on. That has nothing to do with the main story. But again, it's better on rewatch, and I think One Piece should honestly do that. But like, I mean, as of right now, they can't. They really can't because it's too much. They can't just cut away from this. But
people talk about how little filler there is in One Piece, but like they do it in a different way. They do it in a different way. Like it's there's filler there. It's just in a different way. Like they nowadays they do like 12 pages.
The intro.
12 pages per chapter for a fucking episode.
The intro will be so long. I think the opening. It's funny because they stopped endings. Like they don't do endings for One Piece no more. I forgot why they don't do it anymore, but they don't do it anymore for it. They stopped doing it a long time ago. But they have these openings that are still long. The openings are longer, and then they have like this intro with narrators explaining a bunch of stuff
you get like
for a long time. And it's like about 7 minutes. 7 to 5 minutes of the episode is just that. And then the rest of it is the episode. And like, I can guarantee you there's about 5 minutes of just reaction faces and staring down. And just like, and that's how they do it.
Yeah.
And like, people get mad at you when you call this out. You're like, but this shot in the anime is good. And it's like, yes, it's good when it does that. But like, as an overall experience, like to get to those points is just not, in my opinion, it's like,
God bless the people who were able to put up with that, but I can't do it. I could not do it. I would not be able to be anime only. But yeah, that's just how it be.
It's pretty weird. But I think we're about out of time. I think an hour and a half is pretty good time for us.
I got one more topic. This just came up. Y'all don't mind doing it? It's about Netflix. You probably wrap this up.
We'll probably say that for next time. We'll probably talk about it.
No, but this it's pretty funny. It's really funny. Okay, I just saw a thing. There's a loss. Netflix is being sued by its own shareholders over a subscriber slump. The lawsuit alleges Netflix violated U.S. security law by making materially false or misleading statements to its shareholders and failed to disclose material adverse facts about the company's business operations and prospects. Basically, they're being sued because they're losing people.
No, it's because Netflix is making the dumbest decisions on the planet. Can we just, you know what? Let's talk about this. Let's do this. The dumbest people on the planet.
Oh, they're making a show about Blockbuster now. Crazy Blockbuster, bro. Did you know that?
No.
I think I heard about that.
Yes.
You mean the people that they killed, essentially?
Yeah, Blockbuster coming back.
But yeah, they're speed running. They're fucking like their downfall, like just fucking doing dumbass shit.
The point that I thought was the dumbest was when I saw the subscription plan, and they made it so they locked quality of video behind subscription. I was like, you guys are psychopaths.
Yeah.
I never even noticed that. That was
it was like resolution. Insane. It was like if you have the regular plan, 480p or something like that, 720 for the 720 for the basic one, and then it was like 1080 or 4K or whatever for the best plan.
I knew what Netflix is smoking because it must be some good ass shit.
They're absolute psychopaths, and then they have ads when it already costs so fucking much. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, ads. And they're taking away like half their catalog and canceling shows. It's like, bro, you can't do that.
And they're fucking gonna crack down on sharing passwords with fucking people. That's like
part of the makes fucking no sense.
Like they're just, what are they doing?
They're losing shows because everyone's making subscription services. The Netflix originals, like they're trying to get with the anime. And not even like originals, not even like actual originals. A lot of it is just like they just like pay the anime studio to put their stuff on there, and then they do stuff like you saw they're doing with JoJo now, where like I was fine with the batch of episodes, but like you saw how they're only gonna
they're waiting till fall, like a year.
They're waiting like a year
12 episodes,
and the episodes are done.
And like Shaman King, when Shaman King was releasing. Right, so like you know how like JoJo got like its batch out first, right? Like it got before it aired in Japan, like all those episodes weekly, it got its batch out first, right? With Shaman King, we had to wait. Not wait till episode 13, which was technically the first season of an ongoing show that already had subs and stuff done. We had to wait until like episode 20 for the first season to drop onto Netflix. Or the 13 really episodes. And it's just been like delayed, and up to that point we have nowhere to watch it. And so what do people do when they have nowhere to watch these shows, and why people aren't talking about this show on Twitter and stuff? Why people aren't hyping a lot of these shows? Because you barely advertise it. You don't have it on when it's ongoing, and you don't you just wait too long. Like, people were hyped for the remake of Shaman King, and a lot of them dropped off because they had to like go through other means to watch it. I know like people sell the high seas, but as a company, you shouldn't want people to do that. You should want them to go watch your stuff. At least Crunchyroll has stuff uploaded at the same time.
Well, yeah, Netflix is, in general, they're just really bad about they're really bad about catching these fucking series up. Better Call Saul is a good fucking example, because that season 5 shit, like season 5 came out like when? Like 2019? I think 2019.
Yeah, it was 2019. Yeah.
And then guess what? It took them until like March or April. It took them April, I think. Yeah. It took them to April.
Yeah.
April this year to drop season 5 when season 6 is dropping. Like, who the fuck?
By the way, in America, because in Europe and Canada, the episodes release weekly for Better Call Saul.
Exactly. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no.
Is waiting 2 fucking years for this season to come onto Netflix? Are you high?
Yeah,
it's already available on other shit like the YouTube movie Google Play shit. You can just buy it on there. Like,
it's ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's I tried to watch Eden Zero on Netflix, and I looked it up, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not releasing the series until it finishes in the season." I was like, "That makes no fucking sense. Why would I wait until the end of the season to watch this show? I'm just gonna go online and watch it, you psychopaths!" Like,
I don't agree with I know people were trying to hype up. This is why we should have weekly releases for JoJo. I really just like the batch drops. They do it like that, but they gotta be. But they gotta be they gotta be consistent, man. You can't just
batch 2 should already be out. Right
batch
now.
2 waiting a whole fall.
No, because Netflix also
12 episodes.
Netflix will also
12 episodes.
Netflix also does the thing that normal sites will do, where they release episodes weekly. There's one show on Netflix that's coming out right now. Fucking was it Comey? Comey doesn't communicate or whatever. Yeah. It releases weekly, and that makes no sense.
They're entirely consistent with it. I don't.
It's people with JoJo get really upset about the JoJo weekly shit, and it's like, haha, JoJo Fridays and all that, and it's like, that's cool. I would rather have the batches so I can fucking watch them, and just a shit ton of them at once, because waiting for weekly releases for anime episodes, to be honest, just fucking sucks to me. I can't do it.
I really.
But again, we should be right now with part 6. Be fucking being oh yeah, I can't wait for batch 3 to come out in a month.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You have to wait till fucking fall just to get 12 episodes. That's fucking insane to me.
We still don't have. Too.
They're all done.
We still don't. Shaman King has ended. They're making a sequel series with the sequel manga with Shaman King ended, and we still don't have batch 3. Batch 3 is not out.
Yeah,
and there's probably 4 batches. I don't understand.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll say I know they're waiting for a dub, but come on now, just release the sub and add a dub later. Just do that. I mean, Funimation, Crunchyroll's doing it. I mean, they got a bunch of bad stuff too, but I mean they're getting stuff daily, the day of, releasing an hour later. At the very least, in terms of the content they're putting out, they're trying to make it so you don't want to go and pirate. We shouldn't have to have a site called Watch Shaman King, where people are watching the episodes there, and YouTubers uploading clips to advertise the show. It doesn't make any sense.
And then they proceed to take down those websites when they're really doing a better job.
Exactly.
Right.
Fuck it. The only reason I have Netflix is because my family has Netflix. If they didn't,
exactly,
I would not be one. I would not have it. I would not have it. I do not care.
The only Netflix original I enjoy watching right now, I'm watching Baki. Baki's really good. Really enjoying that. Favorite fucking part of Baki, because like for people who don't know, it's the show about this really strong guy who fights other strong guys. That's at least the part I'm at. I hear it gets crazier later, but my favorite part of this show is it feels like every like minute they'll be about to fight and you'll just hear the narrator start to explain this one concept. Like they'll pull out like a needle or like a kunai or something, and they'll just go, the kunai is from 13th century fucking Japan, blah 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 blah, and it's the most ridiculous thing, but it's funny every single time.
That's every single JoJo fight. I'm not even sure.
So fucking funny.
They'll be like fucking, oh, he moved his finger slightly to the right. This is some fucking like shit from like Aztec fucking time where they used to like wipe their ass with like their fingers like slightly to the right. But JoJo Doodoo over here is using it in battle. A very fucking unheard of technique or some shit.
Yeah, like the dude will go for a punch. He'll be like, "I'm gonna block it," and he just like does a wind punch out of it. What he doesn't know is this guy trained for 20,000 years to be able to accomplish this one punch. He was prepared from the very second the battle began. And it's just the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I haven't rare watched Baki, but I've seen some crazy shit on any Twitter. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I just remember the
only like full thing I've read of it is the one where the dude just sits in the fucking back of George W. Bush's car and he just shit talks him the entire time.
I just know the dude fought is when the dude fought so hard that he just started pissing himself and he kept going.
Yes, I saw that. That was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I love it. But yeah, no, Netflix. That's the only thing. Like, I would never pay for Netflix willingly myself. It's so bad. I don't like it. The way they're going about it.
HBO Max pretty
$10, 48p. Oh
480p, bro.
They must be high. No shot. No.
It's like shot. The anime, like they have on there too, like just stuff. Like it's cool. They did do some cool stuff. Like they dubbed Saint Seiya as on an official streaming platform.
Knights of the Zodiac.
Like dubbed. Yeah, Knights of the Zodiac. Whichever one you want to call it, Mitchell. Whichever one you want to call it. But it's originally Saint Seiya, whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. But and they got Evangelion from freaking Funimation's Crunchyroll's now evil clutches. But at the end of the day, I mean, a lot of us fans of this stuff, we've been selling high C's for this stuff for a while. So if it comes down and we have to sell the high C's again, we're just gonna sell the high C's again.
Well, I also find it weird because a lot of longer series, they just like don't have it all. Like I look at One Piece, they don't have all of One Piece.
Yeah, they have up to fucking Alabasta, and they got like fucking Film Z up. You don't have up to the fucking time skip. Who the fuck is watching Film Z if you don't have up to the fucking time skip? What do you expect people to do?
I don't think they have all of Fairy Tail either. That was another one. And there was another series I looked at they don't have all of. But it's like these longer series, why do you have them on there if you only have like maybe a third of them?
Because Crunchyroll owns the rights to distribute that stuff, especially the dubs. And what they do is, first you go on Hulu. I think on Hulu only has like from like episode 500 of One Piece. I think if I remember, like from the Fishman Island stuff.
Yeah.
And freaking like they want you to be like, hey, you enjoyed it here? Go buy a Crunchyroll subscription and watch the rest of this or Funimation.
That's so weird.
Not Crunchyroll. I remember
Didn't Crunchyroll also make it so having a free membership is basically useless at this point?
Yes, it is. Yes, pointless. Now they're just gonna lock certain. I mean, they have been doing that. Like I remember when I first got Crunchyroll, like when it first was starting, like all of OG Naruto was premium only for the longest time. You had to have a premium membership, or you couldn't watch OG Naruto.
So lame.
You could watch Shippuden, and now they're doing it to like everything. So it's not this news that like with no competition, because they literally own the rights to distribute a lot of this stuff. They're just gonna do that constantly.
Netflix is
I miss
fucking
the good old days.
Yeah,
I miss the good old days of watching part 1 of 24.
Yes,
you watch the show on YouTube. Now that was Kino.
Episode 11,
Kino.
part 1. Let's go. And you couldn't find part 2, so you were just fucked.
There's a little box on the bottom corner of the screen. There's a bunch of random background.
480p. That's my fucking $10.
That was my shit
right there.
Bro.
That's my $10 next.
I remember there was a channel I followed one day. It was like in 2012 or something. And all of a sudden, I just saw like every DBZ episode just being uploaded constantly. And I was like, holy shit.
Dude, I remember when every Pokemon episode was on YouTube, and then they just all got taken down at the same time. It was a tragedy.
That was a wild era before they started implementing that stuff, because people were like just uploading like whole. And it wasn't even like in the box either. It was just the flat out episode.
Trying to watch fucking Sergeant Frog fucking looking for that fucking next episode. It's all in fucking Hindu.
No, you know what I find weird? Because I just talked about Pokemon. What's weird is that right now Netflix has a Pokemon series exclusively to them, but they don't have all of Pokemon on their series.
They have the original.
Yeah, so right now, so they have Pokemon Journeys, which is the newest series, and that is like a Netflix exclusive. Like that's their thing. But then the only other things they have the newer movies that are coming out, like the ones where it's like kind of a reboot, where it's like a different kind of take on Ash's journey, and they're like movies. And then they have like the Indigo Journeys. I think they have Black and White. That's it. And it's like, what? Yeah. What? Why? Where's Gen 2, 3, 4?
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but they need to get their deal game up. They need to stop these deals are so fucked up.
Their deals are ass, bro.
Real.
I don't know. Netflix is just fucking stupid. Yeah. But I think that's the good
speaking of which, let me just real quick. I know, but you about the Pokemon
let me stuff. End it.
I know, but it's just the Pokemon stuff. It's just real quick, like what you just said. To add on what you just said about like the series. Do you know the actual like method of trying to like if you actually just want to watch all the Pokemon anime legally on these sites or the subscription service? You know what you have to do? You have to go to Netflix, watch the original series. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can watch from Johto up until Diamond and Pearl.
So that's where those are at.
Up until Diamond and Pearl. I mean, the Gen 1's on there, but you got to pay extra instead of just Prime. That's another thing about Prime. You got to pay extra for stuff. You might as well just put it on a subscription. But you can only watch the Johto, the Diamond and Pearl without paying. Then you have to pay for Black and White. Like pay extra for that if you don't have.
Or you watch it on Netflix because it's on Netflix.
And then you have to go to Hulu to watch X and Y. And I don't even know where Sun and Moon is. So
I think that might be on Netflix too. That one might be there.
But it's so scattered for no good
these
reason.
Deals are so ass. It like streaming used to be more convenient. Now it's just a pain in the ass.
Cable. It's cable. It's literally we're paying. If you get every streaming service out there right now, you're gonna be paying the same amount for cable.
Yep.
The whole point of this was like, we can pay like $5 a month instead of paying like $100 something for cable.
Now everybody's got their shit,
and now everybody's going up. It used to be like we used to have stuff in like the 10s. Now people are trying to go into the 20s for subscriptions. And then on top of it, they're adding ads. They're forcing ads.
The only time ads are okay to me is when it's like at the beginning and then that's it. I think the way Hulu does it, I hate it. The way that Crunchyroll it's actually shit too. Crunchyroll does it the same way. But if it's like just at the beginning, I'm kind of okay with it. Though I'm not okay with Netflix because it's never had ads, and you trying to put them in now is just telling me that you are trying to capitalize on this, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's dumb. Okay.
Imagine if Blockbuster come back with a subscription service and they just like take over Netflix somehow. It'd be on Netflix and Netflix dies. That'd be crazy.
What's this mogged?
All right.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and end it.
You good? All right. Now I think this is a good time to end this. We're gonna try and keep this to an hour and a half probably because
hashtag more be sweet.
I think
more be sweet.
I think an hour and a half is a good time to keep it to. Anyways, I think that's it for this week. Good stuff, dude. Good topics. Good stuff. So this is the reboot of Staring at the Ceiling.
That's fantastic. What the mask is.
You can stare at the ceiling. You can go back to bed.
The mask is.
You can stare at the ceiling. You can go back in the bed now. Good night.
Yo, Charles, turn that shit up.
So that's it for the podcast this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. You can check out all our links and stuff down below and all that good stuff. We're probably gonna force Mitchell to edit this in his cave. But anyways,
you see what this fucking
I can edit it. I'll edit it.
You see what these fucking people do? They immediately jump to me.
Listen, I got you.
Jump to me.
Mitchell, look, I got you.
We're asking you to do it out of the kindness of your heart.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
I'll do it. I got you, bro. I got you. Look,
anyways,
brothers, we stick together.
That is it.
We stick together.
That's it for this week.
Man.
I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week with more fun stuff. Until then, bye.
Peace.